Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joshua Tenzer. I am joined here by Zach Corson, and we are your voices for women's field hockey on this lovely, brisk, slightly cold day in Ann Arbor.
I'm excited to see Michigan face off, number 8 Michigan face off against number 9 Iowa today.
Almost. Number 10 Michigan, 11 Iowa. These two teams are, I have written this wrong and found it wrong as well. You're correct. 8 Michigan, 9 Iowa. So ignore what it says on the YouTube. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that.
Of course.
This looks like it's going to be the battle for number 2 seed in the Big Ten tournament. This is the final game of the regular season for both Iowa and Michigan. In the Big Ten, currently Iowa is 6-1-0. Michigan is 5-2-0. A win here would put them both at 6-2-0, and that would mean head-to-head goes to Michigan.
Interesting, Michigan's last game was against St. Joseph's, and they came out on top winning 4-3. St. Joseph's was ranked number 11 in the country. At the time, Michigan was ranked number 7, but even after that win against a top-tier team, they fell to number 8 in the country.
Looks like there were just some better teams going around. Iowa recently has, in their last 5 games, they've gone 3-2-0. That is their worst stretch of 5 games since the beginning of the season. They lost to Louisville 2-3 before winning against Northwestern 2-1, and now they are here.
Michigan has beat some tough competition this year, beating St. Joseph's, as I said, number 11, number 2 overall, Maryland in the country, who Iowa lost to 3-2. Michigan beat number 18 Ohio State, number 24 Michigan State handily 8-0 home on the Maize Out on October 6th. And lost Northwestern, number 7, but also beat number 3 UConn. So Michigan's beat the number 2 and 3 teams in the country, but the first game of the season was against North Carolina, the number 1 team in the ACC and Big Ten Challenge. Michigan played them and lost 4-2. But as you can see, the Big Ten is an amazing field hockey conference, and Michigan's strength of schedule is great, which is a big reason why they are 13-4 and the number 8 team in the country.
Absolutely. About Iowa, the Louisville was number 5, who they lost to, and Northwestern was number 10. So both Michigan and Iowa are coming off ranked opponent wins. This looks to be a great game, and if you hear applause, that is because it is senior day here at Ocker Field. The seniors from Michigan are being congratulated and recognized for their 4 years of sports achievements for the Maize and Blue. But it is not over yet for them. There is still the Big Ten tournament coming up soon. I believe that starts very shortly.
That starts on the 7th, on Thursday the 7th, November 7th, the first round of the Big Ten tournament, where Michigan, if they win today, will be the number 2 seed, and Iowa will be the 3 seed. But with a loss, it gets a little dicier. Michigan could be the 3 seed, but they could be the 4 seed, depending on the Northwestern result today.
And there are 7 teams that are in the Big Ten tournament. The way that is shaped up is that 4 plays 5, 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6. 1 will then go to play the winner of 4 versus 5. The winners of 2 versus 7 and 3 versus 6 will play each other, and then there's the finals.
Key game earlier this year on September 29th was when Michigan played against Northwestern. Northwestern is right below Michigan in the standings in the Big Ten Conference at 5-3. Michigan's 5-2, but Michigan has the head-to-head loss. So if Michigan loses today, Michigan will fall to 5-3 in the conference, and then it all is up to Northwestern whether they win or lose their final game. They've already played their final game,
yes.
So they will be at 5-3, and Michigan, if with a loss, will be 5-3, with Northwestern having the head-to-head advantage, and that would push Northwestern up to the 3 spot, Michigan down to the 4, playing against Rutgers, who Michigan lost to earlier this year.
Yes, as stated earlier, Iowa actually beat Rutgers 4-1 recently. Oh, the national anthem. your starters for today. For the Michigan Wolverines, Anna Speaker, the starting goalie. Can you tell us a little bit about her?
Anna Speaker has been playing well recently. Michigan beat St. Joseph's 4-3. She was able to hold them in the second half. Michigan was down at the half 3-1, and then she held them scoreless, letting Michigan come back into the game and score 3 straight goals and win 4-3.
This season, it looks like she has faced, her season highs are 11 shots faced and 5 saves made against UConn.
She's a sophomore from Brandenburg, Germany, so an international recruit coming in, showing what she can do.
She's a sophomore, ooh.
As a
Fancy.
sophomore, yes, a sophomore starter.
2 more years of her. This is what I was looking for. For 2018, they do not have as many statistics on the Big Ten website as I would have liked them to have.
She's starting over Sydney LaPlante, who is a junior from Middletown, Pennsylvania. A junior, a goalkeeper as well. But Anna Speaker starting over her, even though she is a year younger, showing how highly a recruit she was, how highly touted of a recruit she was, and what she can do here, helping Michigan to a 13-4 record.
Yes. So, yeah, no, the Big Ten website has not updated stats. I was looking for save percentage or something along those lines, but I was unable to find that. Other notable starters, number 31, Emma Tamer. I'm sorry if I pronounced something wrong. There's no pronunciation guide. So Emma Tamer, 2 goals in her most recent game, I believe. She is certainly a player to watch with 8 goals on the season. Sorry, then it wasn't against St. Joseph's. She scored 2 goals in the game recently. I will let you know what that is when I
Last
figure it
game
out.
in the game against St. Joseph's, Kayla Reed had the game-winning goal. Kayla Reed's had a good season, scoring 6 goals with 1 assist.
That's certainly someone to watch.
6 goals is the second highest, tied for the second highest on the team. Meg Douthwaite and Emma Tamer take the lead with 7, and then Faye Cager comes in at 6 along with Kayla Reed.
It was the Penn State game that Emma Tamer had the 2 goals against. Her also record for shots is 8 against Ball State on the 13th of October and played the full 60 minutes against St. Joseph's.
And Michigan and Iowa are running off the field into their respective huddles now, getting ready to start this game after the Senior Day recognition.
I would not be surprised to see a couple of Michigan star players take the full 60 minutes. Michigan usually goes about 3 or 4 substitutions. Iowa tends to have a little bit more. The starters for Iowa, Megan Conroy, Anthony Nizel, Allie Hawley, Nikki Freeman, Katie Birch, Loki Strybos, Esme Gibson, Ciara Smith, Sophie Sunderland, Maddie Murphy, and the goalkeeper, number 96, Leslie Speet. No relation to Wilton Speet, the old Michigan quarterback, who is not doing football anymore.
No, he is not.
For Michigan, Claire Brush, Tina Dianulel, something along those lines, Sophia Southam, Kate Walker, Faye Kyer, Kayla Reed, Meg Douthwaite, LaCourte Fernandez, Anna Speaker, the goalie, number 18, Hallie O'Neill, and Emma Tamer. The starters are huddling, and we look like we're going to start soon. Any last things to add?
Nothing in particular. Michigan Wolverines coming in with their last game of the season. Field hockey, if you're unfamiliar, field hockey is a game of 2 halves, 30 minutes in each half.
I was about to start with the ball at the center line. The field is 100 yards by 60 yards. And it can go quite quickly and be a bit like soccer, 11 players on each side. So Iowa, number 26, which
That
is
is
Maddie
Murphy.
Murphy, is about to start with the ball, looking to pass it back towards own teammates as we get ready for the start of the game. All right.
And Kayla Reed jumping up and down, getting ready to go, waiting for Iowa to start this game off.
Looks like they're having a little bit. All right, and there we go. Iowa passes back over to the near side. Iowa is going from left to right. Michigan going from right to left. Iowa now behind their 25-yard line, waiting for something. And an errant pass goes out of bounds. Michigan gets to hit it in from just beyond their half line on their attacking side.
The Iowa player there could not handle the pass. Ball skips around on this field.
Katie
pretty
Walker
fast.
passing back, but Iowa's managed to maintain control. Nothing came of that offensive opportunity for Walker. Iowa passing up. Faye Kyer from Michigan playing some good defense, and now Iowa maintains control of the ball, passing back on their far side. Over towards the center, looking to set some play up. Now it's to the right side with Daniel Tina stealing the ball, passing back to the half line for Fernandez. Fernandez passing, intercepted by Iowa. Fernandez gets it back. Now on the right side with Kate Walker, and it goes out of bounds. Iowa will now get a chance to hit it in.
Kate Walker trying to weave through. Excuse me, that was Tina D'Angelo trying to weave through the Iowa defense herself and giving a pass to Kate Walker, but Kate Walker was unable to retrieve it.
Now the hit in for Iowa goes out of bounds. It's now in from Kate Walker for Michigan. Sophia Southam attempting to get into the shooting circle, take a shot off. It did not go. An errant pass by Iowa. Michigan now controls the ball, going a little bit backwards, and they missed the pass. It goes out of bounds on the right sideline for Iowa, just beyond the 25-yard line. Megan Conroy takes it in for Iowa, but it's stolen away by Kayla Reed.
This is the deepest Iowa's been in Michigan territory early on, almost within distance of the striking circle.
Absolutely. Iowa gets it back, sends it backwards to Esme Gibson, attempting a pass towards the shooting circle, trying to break something, but Michigan takes it away. A pass to Kayla Reed goes almost out of bounds. Kayla Reed managing to keep it in just on the line. And the refs are saying she did not. Iowa now breaching the shooting circle. Michigan clearing. A pass to the left side for Michigan now. And it goes almost out of Douthwaite's reach. Knocked away by an Iowa defender. It's out of bounds now on the left side for Michigan. A pass towards the center from Kayla Reed goes to the stick of Iowa's players. A long pass up the field. Now Michigan will get a hit in from their right side. Kayla Reed looking to stay on the left side as the ball maintains its position on the right. Iowa steals it away now, running up towards past the 25-yard line, surrounded by two Michigan defenders. The ball is stalled and is knocked out by Iowa. Michigan will hit in. I cannot tell who is doing the hitting.
Neither team has attempted a goal so far today. Michigan has only allowed 49 attempts all year, so it's not like we should expect many goal attempts for Iowa today.
It's now centered to Megan Conroy, but stolen away by Michigan defenders. Kayla Reed controlling the ball, sending it to the right side for Kate Walker, launching it up the field. A Michigan player and an Iowa player, and it just sails past, and now it'll be goalie's ball. Leslie Speet for Iowa, as some substitutions are made. It's now sent across the shooting circle by Iowa. They're dribbling up the field. That appears to be Ciara Smith passing backwards to her own team. A pass attempt intercepted by Kayla Reed, but sent out of bounds. Kayla Reed appears to be everywhere on this left side of the field today. Anthony Zell passing it forwards for Iowa. They have almost crossed half, but it is now a stoppage, a foul, and Esme Gibson will pass the ball backwards for Iowa to resume play. Now it's on the far left side for Iowa as they're launching attack down the left wing. A fake pass almost into the shooting circle. A tackle by Hallie O'Neill for Michigan, and it goes out of bounds off of one of the Iowa sticks. O'Neill passing backwards, now on the Michigan's quarter of the field. Beyond the 25 line, Michigan backed up into their own shooting circle. A pass makes its way through Iowa defenders to Faye Kyer. Now Kayla Reed, an attempted pass over to Tina D'Angelo, but Iowa's managed to intercept. They're launching an attack on their right wing now. A pass batted into the air by Claire Brush for Michigan, but Iowa maintains control. An errant pass goes past now Michigan, setting up in their shooting circle. Leah Zellner for Iowa attempted to get some defense going, some bit of forechecking, if that's the term, I'm unsure. But it was unsuccessful, and Michigan sent it all the way down to the other side of the field, and it will be a hit-in for Iowa. Esme Gibson on the right side will take it. She passes towards the shooting circle. A pass back to Gibson. Trapped in the corner for Iowa. They're slowly making their way up the field, crossing the 25-yard line now. Intercepted by Faye Kyer passing over. Iowa intercepts it. The cross in the shooting circle could have led to some offensive opportunities, but no dice coming from that. Iowa's bringing it up the field now. Anthony Nizel passed back to Katie Birch. Now it's on the left side as it crosses the center line. Iowa's looking for something. 3 Michigan defenders around her, and Michigan managed to get the defensive job done. Now there's a stoppage again as Kate Walker passes backwards. Now it's coming down to the left side. Of course, Kayla Reed on the left side. Kayla Reed facing 2 Iowa defenders. She manages to pass back to the left, Claire Brush. Michigan sending it back for a bit of recomposition. Hallie O'Neill trying to take it up by herself. It's stolen away by Leah Zellner. Passing to the center. Sophie Strybos. Now it's on the left side for Iowa, crossing the 25-yard line. 1 Michigan defender steals it away. Impressive play here. Michigan resuming play, sending it across their own shooting circle. Kayla Reed on the left side, sending a long pass, and it manages to make its way over to Sophia Southam. Pass to the 6 in the corner, D'Angelitina. And there is a stoppage. It will be Iowa's ball at the shooting circle. Iowa looked like they were on their back feet, backpedaling. Some pressure put on by Michigan here. That looked like their best offensive opportunity of the night. And now Iowa giving the ball away to Meg Dothwhite for Michigan, and she sends it across to the far side.
The ball's really been played in between the 25s this game. Not really much going on within the striking goal or the striking circle.
Sometimes, like in ice hockey, the first shot will be the one when there's not a lot of shots going on. The goalie's not expecting it always. Now Michigan inside the shooting circle, and that pass will just roll out of bounds behind the goalkeeper for Iowa. So now Speet will send it up towards the corner of the shooting circle. The perimeter of the shooting circle.
This 0-0 score really isn't out of the ordinary for Michigan. They've been involved in some low-scoring games this year, with the game against St. Joseph's being 4-3, but against Penn State it was 3-1, Maryland 1-0, Ohio State 2-1, and then 4 straight games where they allowed either 0 or 1 point.
Hal O'Neill all the way in the back, sending a long pass for Michigan up to Fernandez. Fernandez in the center, passing to the right wing. Now with Emma Tamer attempting a pass, Iowa managed to get a stick on that in midair and sends it out of bounds in a risky pass scenario for Iowa. It is now Iowa's ball. A Michigan stick got on it. The far side is a little difficult to see exactly what's going on when a crowd of people come over. Iowa passing back beyond their 25-yard line, hoping to set something up, set a play. Iowa's now coming up. Nizel on the right side. A pass off number 17 for Kate Burney for Michigan. Now Iowa still on the right side. A pass attempt intercepted by a diving block by Faye Kyer. Impressive show of athleticism there. Fernandez for Michigan attempting to make it up the field. A foul has been called, and now Claire Brush will try to send it. She passes it back instead to Hallie O'Neill on the right side for Michigan. That's sent up past the half line for Catherine Peterson. Now Iowa has it coming past their 25-yard line. A pass, now there looks like there could be a shot attempt, but Michigan plays some good defense, and it goes just out of bounds, beyond Anna Speaker.
We've still not had our first shot attempt on goal today.
That was a risky scenario. Luckily, Michigan was able to play some good defense, as now Hallie O'Neill passes it beyond the 25-yard line to Catherine Peterson. Gets fouled, sends the ball up past the half line. Michigan launching attack on the far right side. Two Michigan offense players. And now crossing the shooting circle is Faye Kyer. And Iowa steals it away. They're launching attack of their own now, but is stopped by three Michigan defenders who swarmed. And now Michigan has the ball. Emma Tamer. I feel like I'm hearing a little bit of an echo on the broadcast.
I think we should be good.
All right, it might just be my imagination. Iowa now in their back half. A pass.
Bouncing ball there.
Almost defended well by Michigan, but it falls to the stick of the intended target of the pass, Maddie Murphy. Now Iowa will send it in from about the half line on their left wing. There was a foul. It's launched up into the air, and good defense by Michigan to knock that down. Now pass towards the center for Kyer.
Iowa has numbers now.
Iowa does have the numbers. It's now a 3-on-2. A pass into the shooting circle goes out of bounds beyond the goal line. So now Michigan will get the chance to take an offensive opportunity. A long pass intercepted by Iowa on the right, on Iowa's left, the far side for us here. Michigan's right. Now it's centered to Ellie Hawley. Michigan, Faye Kyer intercepts the pass. Steals the ball, passing back to Kayla Reed a little bit on the left side. It's back beyond the center line for Claire Brush, looking to set something up here.
Michigan's game here is having one person in the middle pass to them and then pass to the outside, trying to make a hole and get something working.
Hopefully that'll break through for them at one point. For them,
Ooh,
hopefully
she
for
broke
them.
her ankles.
A nice move by Catherine Peterson to make the Iowa defender slip and fall. And there has been a foul called. It is now Iowa's ball. Iowa on their left wing. Michigan making a substitution. Katie Anderson coming off and Sophia Southam going on. Substitutions are on the fly. Kayla Reed attempting to make a defensive play. A foul has been called. Iowa trying to get something going, but it appears someone from Michigan managed to get their stick on it, send it out of bounds. Now hidden by Esme Gibson. A diving stop by Kayla Reed. A foul on Iowa, has to back up. Kayla Reed taking the ball. Excuse me. A pass attempt to Sophia Southam rolls out of bounds, and now at the center line, or just beyond, Esme Gibson will send it all the way back to her end of the field. The score is still 0-0. And now another pass, a hidden attempt for Iowa on their right side, their right wing. Passed back. Centered into the goal, into the shooting circle for Iowa. Now it's coming down the left wing, and it bounces out of bounds.
It is a nice day here at Michigan, but you do see on the field from yesterday and the day before, when they hit, there is water popping up from that rain.
Absolutely. We have gotten snow on Halloween. which as a New Yorker, that is the earliest I've seen that.
It didn't stick, but it is my first snow coming from Los Angeles, so.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
How are you holding up?
I'm doing well. Well, my first snow at Michigan. I've been in the snow before.
That's
I've been in New York. But first snow at Michigan. I'm excited for Thursday when we're going to have real snow.
Oh, my.
I believe it's 19 degrees the low, so.
Oh, my. All right.
That will be real snow.
That's hot cocoa weather. All right, now Iowa hitting in from their shooting circle, sending it across to the right wing. A pass attempt intercepted by Michigan, swarmed by 2 Iowa defenders. A foul called, and is Michigan's ball. Sarah Pyrtek for Michigan, taking it in by herself. She's into the shooting circle. 3 Iowa defenders managed to get a stick on the ball, and that is the end of the first quarter.
As you could see at the end of that first quarter, Michigan was playing with some urgency, trying to make something happen with the clock running out. I would want to see some more of that throughout the game. I felt like they got deeper into the Iowa territory and made some plays happen. They didn't have any shots on goal, but they were in the striking circle multiple times.
According to the Ocker Field scoreboard, Iowa has not had a shot on goal. Michigan managed to get one at the very end there. Looked like Sarah Pyrtek. A minute 30 remains in this intermission period.
What have you seen from the Michigan team that you've liked so far?
I have
personally. I see the passing. They've done a lot of great passing. They've gotten everyone involved, but I would like some more urgency. Like I said at the end there, trying to make something happen, going down the field a little faster, and trying to be more aggressive on the offensive end. They've been a little conservative and content playing defense and stopping the Iowa attacks, not allowing one single shot on goal.
I would agree with that. I was going to say the offense is, to me, what it appears to be lacking, the finishing potential for Michigan. Iowa has had a nuisance with having to face Kayla Reed for Michigan. She is absolutely willing to dive, to intercept any pass, to block any shot. I see her being a major thorn in the Hawkeye sides.
Michigan's huddle, Emma Tamer,
she's a redshirt
sophomore from Whitmore Lake, Michigan, trying to lead the huddle right now and tell them what's going on. Now we have the coach taking over, but I believe we have some, like I even said, a sense of urgency in this huddle, trying to make something happen, knowing that they are a great team and they are stopping Iowa defensively, but something needs to happen offensively to be able to win this game.
The coach, Marcia Pankratz, in her 20th season as head coach of the Michigan hockey program, 11th year in her current stint, she led the UM to a 2001 NCAA title, so she knows what she's talking about. She has seen this Wolverine team, not this Wolverine team, but the Wolverines to a national championship. And now we are ready to start the second quarter. Iowa, again with the ball. Nikki Freeman passing it backwards. It's now sent over to the right wing with Ciara Smith. Sends it up past a swarm of Michigan defenders, but Iowa has not managed to get a stick on it. It went past, and now it is Michigan's ball. Claire Brush going to hit it in. Looks like there was some contact. Iowa stick on Michigan's skin. Brush passes it back towards into the shooting circle. Now over to Brush on the left side. Iowa manages to steal the ball away, crossing 25-yard line. It's a 3-on-5 for Iowa. They don't have the numbers advantage, but they managed to breach the shooting circle. And now
just hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, she looks like she was swarmed, and she'd rather hit it out of bounds than try to make something work. Katie Birch for Iowa is the one who sent it out of bounds.
So from Michigan today, we've heard Kayla Reed and Katie Anderson. They both scored goals in the last game against St. Joseph's. But we haven't heard much of Nina Apula or Hallie O'Neill. They both scored the goals. Each had 2 shots on goal and scored 1 each. I do hear that echo now.
Yeah.
Scored 2 goals between the 2 of them, but I don't believe they've gotten into the game today.
Nina Apula has had a small amount of time. Yeah, she has 3 minutes, it appears. So yeah, I'm sure they'll use her later, if recent patterns are to be believed.
She has started one game and only played 13 out of the 17, so it's not expected that she plays a lot of minutes, but after scoring a goal in the last game and playing well as of late, you would like for her to be in the game a little more and see what she can give this Michigan Wolverine team, especially only having one shot on goal and not really having much in the offensive department.
Iowa now.
Having her on the field would be a big help.
Iowa now trying to make something, marching up the right side. Holly upset that she was fouled. Now the ball goes back. Her momentum on offense was stopped. It's now sent across to the left side. Now Iowa into the shooting circle. Katie Birch with the ball. A shot. Sails wide. Out of bounds. That was the first shot for Iowa, and it could have been dangerous. Now Kayla Reed at the top of the shooting circle for Michigan. Opting to dribble it instead of pass. 3 Iowa defenders starting to come to her now. It's sent to the right side. A long pass for Michigan, intercepted by Iowa. Now they're centering it, making a rush up. Now it's a 3-on-2. Sophie Sunderland attempting a shot, and
Penalty.
a penalty now. Iowa looking like they're strategizing at the top of the shooting circle. They're huddling. The way a penalty shot works in field hockey is the ball is placed at a shooting circle.
Yes, so
Yes.
So the penalty corner is awarded
Yes.
for fouls committed within the striking circle, and the object of the penalty corner, the one shooting the ball, is to get a really good shot at the goal while it's a free look. But all the players must remain outside the striking circle until the ball is played, and then because the ball is already in the striking circle, it's a good look for the penalty shooting
Iowa's
team.
lined up 7 players around the circle. Michigan has 4 defenders plus the goalie. It's passed in. Stopped, a shot on goal. Goes in, finds the back of the net. Iowa, number 7, Ellie Hawley appears to be the one with the credit with the goal. Iowa off to a lead here in the second quarter. 12 minutes left. That was a risky foul. Michigan does not look happy with themselves right now. Iowa slowed down, not opting to take a shot immediately off the shooting circle. Send in. And instead they waited, passed to Holly. Maddie Murphy credited with the penalty corner. So are there secondary assists in field hockey? If there are,
Michigan is discussing something with the referee.
It's too late to change anything now.
Like I said, that was a great opportunity for Iowa, and they capitalized, getting the ball in the striking circle, where they haven't been able to often today, and then taking advantage, going up 1-0 now over Michigan.
100%. So Katie Birch got the goal, Ellie Hawley with the assist, and Maddie Murphy with the secondary assist. Iowa now on their left wing. Michigan opting to just send it in towards Iowa instead of passing backwards during the original replay of the restarting of the action. Now Iowa inside the 25-yard line. It's almost reached the shooting circle for Iowa. Ellie Hawley looking like something was about to happen, but Michigan steals it away. Now marching an attack down the right wing. Kate Walker fouled or delivered a foul. Now it's Iowa's ball. It appears that Esme Gibson on the left wing. I can't quite read the number. That might not be her. Passing it back towards her defenders on the left wing. Now it's sent up beyond the half line. A strong pass all the way to the right wing for Nikki Freeman. Bounces off her stick, goes out of bounds. Now Michigan will have the ball running in towards the center. A pass across to Emma Tamer on the left wing. A strong pass up the wing, knocked out of bounds by Iowa. Michigan crossing the 25-yard line now, trying to get something going. Stopped by Iowa defense, and now there's a stoppage in play. It looks like Kate Walker was fouled. Kate Walker now a couple yards outside of the shooting circle. She's getting advanced upon by Iowa defenders. And it is stolen away as she's about to attempt to get inside the shooting circle. Iowa now fouled by Michigan. They're about 10 yards deep into their quarter of the field, opting to dribble it forwards along the left wing. Iowa making some more defensive substitutions on the fly. Ball sent out of bounds by Iowa. Michigan on their right wing, passing it backwards to Tamer. Tamer spinning to get out of the way of an Iowa defender. A pass over to Fernandez. Fernandez taking it back to the right wing. A pass to an open player for Michigan. Attempt to get inside the shooting circle by Kate Walker is intercepted by Iowa. And now Iowa looking to catch their breaths as Michigan sends a couple of forecheckers forward. But not too many. It looks to be a pause in the action here. Michigan tries to steal, and there's a foul called on Michigan. Iowa will take the ball on the left wing, sent up into the air. Now there's another foul on Michigan.
Iowa seems to have momentum after that corner goal, with them getting into Michigan territory more often now. Let's see if Michigan needs to play a little better defense, tighten up, and then translate that into some offense.
I would agree wholeheartedly. Now it's on the left wing for Iowa as they're centering it. Intercepted by Fernandez. LaCourte Fernandez now with the ball dribbling backwards towards the right wing for Michigan, sending it, an attempted pass to Maya Gomper. Gomper taking it by herself towards the shooting circle, intercepted by Iowa. Iowa now rushing down the right wing. A pass to the open woman, Maddie Murphy, centering it towards McKenna McGuire. It is stolen away by Michigan. Now on the left wing for Michigan, Maya Gomper. A pass intercepted by Iowa. Now alone in the shooting circle. Michigan, Hallie O'Neill manages to stop what could have been a very scary opportunity for the Wolverines.
Iowa had a little one-on-one action there, and Michigan able to get the stop.
Luckily, Hallie O'Neill was able to extend her stick and be the defensive player to save the day there. If she would have been beaten, that looked like it may have been quite risky. Now Michigan resetting in their back right corner. A pass up to Kate Walker. Goes into Iowa's possession. A foul on Michigan. Now a couple yards outside the offensive zone for Iowa. Electing to pass back beyond the center line. Sent across to the right wing to Esme Gibson. Sent forward Michigan. Defending well. Gomper stealing. Some good stick handling. She's tripped up. No, there is a call. Sophia Southam passing backwards on the right wing. Now looks to be an attempted cross. That is an attempted cross by Michigan. It's now on the right wing. Now some almost reaching the offensive zone for the Wolverines. The Hawkeyes managed to keep it out. Now on their left wing, a pass intercepted by Michigan. The Michigan player, Emma Tamer, did not see Iowa running up behind her, and it was stolen for a hot second there.
Michigan has not had one shot on goal this quarter.
That is true. Now a chance, Kyer reaching the shooting circle. She's taking it by herself. 3 Iowa defenders in front of her. Now on the left side of the goal, an attempted pass goes to Iowa, but stolen away by Michigan. Back by Iowa. Iowa now running up the right side of the field. That looks like it is Katie Birch taking it by herself. 2 Michigan defenders trying to get something done, so she elects to pass over to Maddie Murphy. Maddie Murphy, now to Sophie Sunderland. Iowa's got the ball. Sunderland just outside the offensive zone on the right side. 3 Michigan defenders. There was a foul, so now Sunderland's waiting to get something done. She passes to the very right wing with Esme Gibson back to Sunderland. Sent beyond the half line. Over to the left wing now for Iowa. A strong pass sent in, intercepted by Michigan. Michigan now centering it to Fernandez. Fernandez electing to dribble, surrounded by a triangle of defenders for Iowa. She outruns all of them. A pass now over to Pyrotech, and it is intercepted by Iowa. Pyrotech had no one to beat but the goalie until someone from Iowa came up right behind her and managed to stick lift. Now Iowa backed up in their back right corner. Maddie Murphy with the ball. A pass attempt intercepted by Michigan. 22, Hallie O'Neill with the ball. Rolls out of bounds. It's now Michigan's ball. Fernandez. Pass over to someone for Michigan on the right side. That was Maya Gomber on the left wing, rather. Just goes run under her stick and out of bounds. Iowa's ball. Now Hallie O'Neill stealing it away for Michigan. Passing towards the right wing. Intercepted by Iowa. Iowa now running up their left side. Crossing the half line, a centering pass. Michigan defenders managed to take it away. A little bit of incidental contact called, and it is a Michigan ball, Iowa ball, Iowa ball. It is an Iowa ball from just in the center on the 25-yard line. Attempt to get into the shooting circle has been intercepted by Michigan. Michigan sent it to the left wing for Gomper. Gomper still surrounded by the shooting circle for herself. Now it's back in the shooting circle on the right side now, as Michigan sends it to Emma Tamer, launching an attack. For such a high-stakes game, you would think there'd be a little more aggressiveness on the Michigan side.
Just want to keep that Iowa score down to 1. It was a little unfortunate that Iowa was able to get that penalty corner because they haven't really had much going the rest of the
Iowa
game.
now trying to breach the circle. Almost an opportunity until it was taken away by Claire Brush. She has been fantastic for Michigan on that right side. Now on the right wing, knocked out of bounds by Iowa. By Michigan. It hit it there. The refs are saying it hit a Michigan stick last. Or there was a foul on the play. Now it's sent back beyond the half line for Iowa. Over to the right wing with Esme Gibson. On the right wing again with Holly marching up the field. Stolen away by Michigan. Pass off of Esme Gibson's foot. Iowa knocks it out of bounds intentionally to slow them down. Michigan now marching an attack on the left wing. 3 Iowa defenders. You can hear the coaches yelling on our natural mic. And now it appears that Michigan will get a corner. A foul inside the shooting circle. Things are looking exciting.
If Michigan can pull off a shot here and potentially score, they would be able to knot this game up at 1 each. See if they can take what Iowa did to them and give Iowa a taste of their own medicine.
Michigan has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players around the shooting circle. 1 more than Iowa. Iowa has 4 players plus the goalie inside the goal. Penalty corner taken by Tina D'Angelo. Sent in. Centered. And now a shot on goal. A diving save by Leslie Speet. Manages to keep the pressure away. Fantastic work by her. Truly a wonderful show of athleticism. Now Michigan back with the ball again. Catherine Peterson, attempted pass over to Meg Dothwhite. Manages to roll out of bounds. Excuse me. Manages to roll out of bounds, and now Michigan trying to finally make something work on their left side. Sent in towards the center for Michigan. Some Iowa defenders starting to swarm, but managed to be kept at bay. Now Fernandez passing to the right wing with Tamer. And there is a stoppage. There's a foul. Michigan continuing to push through. Now on the right side, it looks like Claire Brush, potentially. It's hard to see the numbers from a far distance, 60 yards. Into the shooting circle now and taken away by Iowa. Iowa sending it back up, but Michigan manages to keep it on their half of the field. A pass to the left wing to Catherine Peterson, crossing 25-yard line. Now it's centered to Reed. A shot by Reed. Iowa got her stick on one of the Iowa defenders got her stick on Reed's stick during the pass, and the pass was much slower. Iowa's managed to knock it away.
We have under a minute left in this half for Michigan to be able to tie up the score at 1 each, or for Iowa to build on their lead.
50 seconds. Pass beyond the shooting circle. Iowa's looking like they are going to want to try to extend this lead in the last couple seconds. But a pass goes out of bounds. Catherine Peterson on the left wing, sending it backwards towards Claire Brush to take it. Claire Brush hits it in. Taken away by Iowa. The clock was a running clock. I'm not sure whether that was the best choice to kill some time. Now Iowa marching attack on their right wing. Leah Zellner all alone, 2 Michigan defenders. She does not manage to get a pass through as Claire Brush makes a good defensive stop all the way in the corner now. Claire Brush waiting, hoping Leah Zellner will make a move to outwit her, and nothing does happen.
She was just running out the clock there, 3 seconds remaining.
2, 1, and that is the half. We will join you back here when the half starts. So we will hope that you will hear us in 10 minutes, and hopefully we will get rid of this echo. All right, we are back. So, Zach Corson will be taking over for play-by-play the second half. And once again, I am Josh Tenzer here with WCBN Sports. You should watch out for our weekly games on Ann Arbor Radio, WCBN 88.3 FM. This is not that.
No, this is not. We are on YouTube for
We
this
are.
game, but
Absolutely.
we are not on the radio. What was the radio game this week?
I do not know, Evan. Do you know what the radio game was this week? All right, well then. Absolutely. All right, so, what do you think of the last half, Zach?
Last half, I felt like it started off slow, neither team scoring in the first quarter, and then Iowa getting it going with the corner penalty, and then Michigan also had a corner penalty, but not able to convert on that. I felt like that was really key, like a key opportunity, as only 2 shots on goal, one other than that corner penalty. It was a missed opportunity for Michigan there to tie up the score. This game is very important for their regular season finish and then their playoff seeding.
Absolutely. Playing the 4 seed, being the 4 seed, playing the 5 seed, that is a much taller challenge than being the number 2 seed playing the 7 seed. Those games are Thursday on the Big Ten and Big Ten Plus networks.
Yeah, it's a big difference winning this game being the 2 seed and losing being the 4 seed. Big drop.
Absolutely. Let's see. Currently,
As the 4 seed, Michigan would play against Rutgers.
Yes.
And Rutgers beat Michigan 3-0 a few games ago. So it's going to be a big difference between playing against, what is that, the 7 seed and the 5 seed?
Ohio State would be the 7th seed.
Ohio State,
yeah,
the 7 seed, yeah.
which is certainly something to think about there. Though the
Michigan beat Iowa State
That's-
in overtime, though, 2-1 in overtime.
That's what I was looking for,
In
yes, thank you.
Columbus. That game would take place in Ann Arbor with Michigan, the higher
that
seed.
would take place.
So maybe home field advantage, people showing out to that game. The game with the highest attendance was the game against Michigan State with over 1,000 people attending. Every other
Naturally.
game around 500 or less.
Since you have heard that this will be a home game, you will know where to find the broadcast for that right here on YouTube, Thursday afternoon, night sort of time-ish. The
Yes.
times have not been announced, and we do not know when Michigan is playing. So we will know by the end of today, though.
Yes. Each team, Iowa and Michigan, 2 shots, 1 shot on goal for Iowa, 2 shots on goal for Michigan. Iowa has 2 saves, Michigan no saves, allowing 1 goal, and Iowa allowing no goals. And we are back starting the second half with Guadalupe Lacourt Fernandez Lacourt, starting it off, passing back. And it is Hallie O'Neill passing it, dribbling around, passing back. Michigan at their own 25, dribbling through the Iowa defenders, passing through. Iowa deflects it. And it is Kayla Reed giving it up to the Iowa team after the penalty. Iowa now bringing the ball up the field. Stalling it back, pass back. It is now Michigan called for a penalty. Iowa ball on the Michigan 25 and passing back to the 50.
Yes, now Michigan is going from the left to the right,
Yes.
Iowa from the right to the left.
Iowa right, left, Michigan left to the right. Michigan's wearing the blue uniforms with the yellow numbering, and Iowa white uniforms, yellow numbering, and high white socks. Michigan with the high blue socks. And it is out of bounds. Iowa will retain possession after Michigan knocked it out. Iowa passing back, resetting the ball, hitting it hard to the middle to the Iowa team, and the Michigan player number 12, that is,
Kayla Reed.
number 11, Katie Birch. That was Katie Birch who lost her stick there. But Iowa has the ball, taking it out of bounds and passing it in to Megan Conroy.
Iowa now going towards the shooting circle. A foul.
And Iowa getting in the striking circle, but penalty, it is Michigan ball. Michigan will be taking the ball now, and it is number 31, Emma Tamer, bringing it up, passing it back to the side to Claire Brush. Claire Brush passing it along the far side. That is the left side going to the right. And it is Iowa ball now after the penalty. Iowa bringing it up on Michigan's 25, passing back and forth, weaving through the defense. Michigan gets the possession after the steal and crosses over the defender. And now at the 50, Iowa calling for the foul, and they get it. And it is Sophia Southam with the foul call, not really agreeing with it, but playing on. Michigan gets the steal now in their own striking circle and dribbling the ball up the field, and Iowa gets possession, passing it back and forth to the middle now, going to the center of the field. Weaving through the defense, it is 4-on-1, and the Iowa player is still able to pass to her teammate, resetting the ball. Number 14, Loki Strybos, passed the ball up, and it is gotten by a Michigan player. And number 31, Emma Tamer, turns the ball over, but Michigan's able to get the ball back. No shots yet in this second half, as it has mostly been played within the 25s. And Iowa's taking the ball out now. Number 14, Loki Strybos, I've heard her name a few times, passes it, but too strong. That'll go out of bounds on the far end near the Michigan goal, and it is Michigan ball now.
These teams seem to be playing a game of ping pong almost, back and forth, back and forth.
That's right. Not much going on in the striking circles. Goalies, hands on knees, not really much going on. And it is now Michigan ball at their own, I want to call it 30. At the Iowa 30, Now at the 25, crossing the 25, and Iowa player pokes it loose, and Guadalupe Fernandez-Lacourt is called for the foul. And Michigan gets possession after Iowa hits it hard, but through their own players' legs. And they're on the close side to us, the right side of the field for Michigan going to the right. Fernandez-Lacourt passing back to Hallie O'Neill. Hallie O'Neill scoring a goal in the last game, but not getting on the board yet here today, as no Michigan players have scored. And we have substitution, number 27, Katherine Peterson getting in. She's played around 17 minutes today, which is about half the game time.
Michigan fouled near the striking circle. Now it'll be the shot hit in will be taken by Hallie O'Neill from just beyond the 25.
And Michigan's now within the striking circle and blocked. And another block. Michigan with two shots there and a third, and it is out of bounds, not able to convert. Michigan just had 3 shots on goal in that one sequence, but not able to convert a goal.
2 shots, the first 2 shots on goal by Meg Dothwaite, both saved handily by the leg pads of Leslie Speet. The third one sailing wide.
And now Iowa has possession, and it is a pass flipped up to number 5, Megan Conroy. Megan Conroy dribbling along the left side of the field, passes it to number 17, Ciara Smith. Ciara Smith out of bounds, but it is off of a Michigan player, they say. Iowa retains possession, and penalty called. It is Michigan ball. Michigan now dribbling the ball up the field. And Guadalupe passes it back on the far end now. And she swings it, and it is a hit to the Michigan player up again near the 30, 40-yard line on the Iowa side.
Michigan has looked a little bit more dangerous this half than they have the first half.
They have, getting in the striking circle a little more often. And now they, again, have 5 shots on goal as opposed to the 2 in the first half. So already 3 shots on goal in this one quarter on that one sequence in the 6 minutes of play.
It appears Marcia Pankratz during halftime fired up the team.
Yes, now we have Nina Opula in the game looking to provide some scoring. And Iowa having the ball at their own 25, passing it in. And Michigan swarming them and trying to get the ball so they can get numbers and a good scoring opportunity. And they get it at the 25, and they're dribbling and trying to make something happen. Hits it into the striking circle, but saved by the Iowa player.
Speet has been amazing this game so far. Certainly getting some save percentage increase on her career stats this game.
That's right. Now the Iowa player is trapped in the corner with 2 Michigan players surrounding her, and it is off of a Michigan player, so it's Iowa ball, and they'll just be slowly walking the ball up on the left side of the field. That's number 17, Ciara Smith, who is slowly looking for someone to pass to and finds her woman, but it is intercepted by number 22. That is Hallie O'Neill. Hallie O'Neill passing it up, but intercepted by the Iowa player, and is taken back by number 14 on Michigan. And she is looking for something, and it is off of Iowa along the baseline of the Iowa goal. So Michigan will be taking it from the wing there. And it is hit by number 31, Emma Tamer, out of bounds, trying to make something happen and possibly get a deflection near that goal, as Spade has been very good for Iowa, not really letting anything go in near her. So now it is Iowa ball. Iowa dribbling the ball up the field, passing the ball back and forth along the sideline now, and it is out of bounds. Michigan deflecting it out of bounds, trying to slow down the Iowa team. Iowa gets the ball back, and they're around the striking circle now, trying to extend their lead, and there's a penalty. Luckily for Michigan, it was outside of the striking circle about a few feet, just a few feet closer to the goal, and that would have been another corner penalty for Iowa.
Michigan definitely playing with a little bit of, desperation is the word I'm looking for there.
Not totally out of it at all. It's only a 1-0 game, but yes, I do see what you're talking about. As one more goal here by Iowa, it doesn't put this game out of reach, but definitely makes it tougher for Michigan to come back, as Michigan hasn't really been known to score so much this season. They did drop 8 points against Michigan State, but recently they haven't been scoring so much. Maybe like 1, 2, or 3 points against their recent opponents. We were at the 5:56 mark of the third quarter. Iowa up 1-0. And Iowa now dribbling the ball in the striking circle. Shot on goal, and it is blocked. And Michigan knocking it out and bring the ball up the field. Flips it up, trying to just make something happen to get it away from the goal.
A 2-1 opportunity for Iowa now.
Iowa on the far sideline, Michigan defending, and whistle blown, Iowa ball at the 50.
Something to watch out for is Guadalupe Fernandez Lacourt.
What a name.
What a name indeed. Leads the Big Ten in assists with 6 on the season.
But you know what you need to get assists?
A goal.
A goal, which Michigan has not gotten today. So hopefully she adds to that assist total and gets Michigan on the board here.
Faye Kyer for Michigan, tied for 6 with 4 goals in the Big Ten. Emma Tamer tied for 4th with 5 goals.
And Nina Lupa coming out of the game. Michigan now on Iowa's 25. Iowa surrounding the Michigan player, number 12, Kayla Reed. Kayla Reed passing it through to the center of the field, and it is defended by Iowa and stolen by number 13, Leah Zellner. Leah Zellner looking for someone to pass to, but gives it up to number 22, Hallie O'Neill. Hallie O'Neill dribbling on the far side of the field and flips it up and passes to another Michigan player, and it is brought back and reset by Michigan. Passing it around. They're now in a circle with one person in the middle, trying to get an open look, dribbling along the right sideline, next to now passing in the striking circle, and dribbling around, and it is a foul on Michigan, though, I believe. No, it is a foul on Iowa, so we will have a corner penalty. Iowa getting their masks now, preparing for this corner penalty.
Michigan appears to have 7 or 8 players around the shooting circle. They will have 8 players around the shooting circle, leaving 1 lone defender back, and then, of course, the goalie. Iowa, again, limited to 4 defenders. Happy New York City Marathon Day, by the way.
A lot of events going on in New York. I saw the fighting events last night. We have the New York City Marathon, and then the college basketball doubleheader with Kentucky and Kansas and Duke and Michigan State.
Absolutely. Big day over there. Michigan looking to remain dangerous this half. Here they
Tina
have
D'Angelo taking the ball out on the baseline, passing it in, and that's a shot on goal and a block, and another shot and miss. And Iowa again with the stop on the corner penalty. Michigan just can't take advantage.
those weren't the strongest of shots. One saved and one blocked away by an Iowa defender.
Now it's Iowa bringing the ball up the field and passing it along the far sideline on the right side, dribbling out of bounds, and Iowa gets it back as it is off of Meg Dotwaite. Michigan gets the ball back now on the errant pass and dribbling the ball up the field on the far end along the 25-yard line along the far side and passing it on the wing near the striking circle. And is a penalty called and Iowa's players backing off, and now it is number 8, Sophia Southam, looking to make something happen, looking for someone, dribbling around, doing a spin move and looking and finding her teammate on the baseline, but it is out of bounds and Iowa ball. Iowa ball. Michigan is not very happy about that. Number 15, Meg Dotwaite, arguing with the referees, especially after that was kind of a late call.
Wolverines thought it was their ball. They started to dribble with it. Then it got called back.
Yes, Iowa looking like they were going to have numbers as a result of Michigan thinking they were going to have the ball, but then the referees stopped it, so that was not unfair, and Michigan would be able to get back on defense.
2.5 minutes remain in this third quarter.
Still, Iowa 1, Michigan 0. Iowa with only 3 shots on goal, but Michigan an astounding 7, with 5 coming in this quarter, and still not able to translate that into points. Is Iowa hitting the ball out of bounds, Michigan ball. Number 12, Kayla Reed taking the ball and dribbling to the center of the field, looking for her teammates, spinning around, dribbling to the 25 and passing it to the Iowa defender. And it is now Iowa bring the ball back, relaxed, within their own 25. Michigan trying to trap and create a turnover so that they can get the ball within the close proximity to the striking circle. But that does not happen as Iowa gets the ball back after it is knocked out of bounds by Michigan. Iowa trying to make something. Oh, and it is knocked out of bounds by Michigan, the referees say. It is pretty close to us. I saw off the Iowa player, and now a dispute, and it is the referees have called it off of Iowa. So now it is Michigan taking the ball on the right side around the 25-yard line.
That is what it looked like to us as well, with Iowa being the last ones to touch it.
Yes, and that is number 17, Kate Burney, with a fake and passing to the Michigan player, but it is intercepted by Iowa. Michigan driving on the left wing of the striking circle and turning the ball over. Iowa now on the close side, on the left side of the field, going to the far end. Now to the middle, passing number 13. It is number 13, Leah Zellner, trying to make something happen. It is a green card on Michigan.
That's a warning.
That is a warning.
Slap on the wrist.
Nothing going now, though. Iowa taking the ball up.
To say if Iowa wins this game, I would call Leah Zellner the defensive player of the game for sure.
Yes, she's making her presence known. We've heard her name a lot today. Iowa with 20 seconds remaining now in the court with the ball in the striking zone.
And it finds the back of the net.
No, it isn't. It does not. It looked like it did, but that
off the post.
Yeah, that was off the post. Wow, very fortunate for Michigan there. Looked like it got through the defense, but didn't result in a goal for Iowa. Now Michigan just running the clock out, 2 seconds remaining, and running into the corner, and that's the end of the third quarter.
That really looked like it.
It did.
Wow.
That looked like a goal, but not resulting in one. So Michigan coming out of that looking pretty fortunate. And they're showing that on the scoreboard now. Let's see what happened there. It got deflected by the Iowa player through the Michigan player's legs and off the post. And I believe it did hit the back of the goal, did it not? What did you see in that shot?
I don't know. I do not know. I'm not the most familiar with field hockey.
It did go in. Okay, so, okay. Yes,
Thank
okay.
you very much.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So the ruling was not a goal because the ball did go in the goal, but it was not touched inside the circle by an Iowa player, and the ball has to be touched inside the circle for it to result in the goal. So Michigan, a little fortunate that Iowa did not deflect the ball there on that shot and then hit it into the goal, but instead it was just a straight shot into the goal from outside the striking circle, which doesn't result in a score for Iowa. So it is still 1-0 Iowa at the end of the third quarter.
The rule is a field goal is a goal scored from open play and can only be scored from inside the striking circle in front of the opponent's goal. So yes, that is the rule. What do you have to? What would you like to see from both teams in this fourth quarter? These final 15 minutes with the score 1-0 in favor of Iowa.
Michigan looked much better in that third quarter than they did in the first half. They looked a little lethargic in that first half, but then got really energetic in that third quarter with the 5 shots on goal as opposed to only 2 in the first half. Looking to be more aggressive, and it didn't pay off in terms of goals, but I believe it will eventually pay off because there are just so many goals that Spate can block and handle, and eventually one will have to go in. It's just the Michigan defense will keep having to play at such a high level to be able to stay in this game, as it doesn't really seem like the offense is getting much going.
I agree. I've seen some impressive block shots from both teams. That is something that I enjoyed. And now the teams hear the buzzer, take their places again.
And we are 45 minutes through, 15 minutes remaining, as this is a 60-minute game, 30 minutes in each half, 15 in each quarter. We're at the start of the fourth quarter now. Iowa 1, Michigan 0. 2 corner shots from Michigan, but not able to bring that to a score, and then Iowa having 1 corner shot and translating that into a point. And that's the difference here today. Iowa 1, Michigan 0.
No offsides called for either team and no real fouls. Only that 1 green card there.
And Michigan flips it up to Iowa to start off the fourth quarter. It is Iowa ball on their own side. Iowa near the striking circle, bringing the ball up, looking for a teammate to pass to. Turning around, Michigan gets her, and it is now Michigan ball, and turns the ball over out of bounds. Michigan swarmed the Iowa player there, making her turn the ball over, and trying to get a pass there into the striking circle, but out of bounds through the striking circle.
Some good forecheck there.
And it is now Michigan ball after the turnover by Iowa, and Michigan getting the ball into the striking circle, but swarmed by Iowa defenders again and not able to make anything happen. Iowa gets the ball now, weaving through 2 Michigan defenders back and forth, and it is off of the Michigan defender's foot, so that will be Iowa ball.
I wouldn't be surprised if Iowa decides to park the bus, just try to keep it at a 1-0 game.
Iowa keeping the ball on their own side of the field, and out of bounds, it'll be Iowa ball as that is off of a Michigan player. On the far end, Iowa going from right to left again, and Michigan going left to right. Iowa passing back to their own 25, just resetting. And on the far end now, just passing it out of bounds, a little strong, Michigan ball. Michigan on the far end, within their own 25. We have 3 players. We have a circle going on now with 1 player in the middle, trying to get an open look again. That's Michigan's strategy here today. Just trying to pass it around, and then eventually they will get an open look. But that hasn't translated to points. As you can see, Michigan has 0. Iowa on the scoreboard with 13 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. A lot of time left for anything to happen, really. And Michigan passing it up, and it is intercepted by Iowa. Iowa jukes the defender, and it is intercepted. Michigan dribbling the ball up the court, the field, number 22, Hallie O'Neill, passing it up, or attempting to, and it is now gotten by the Michigan offense, and it is a foul called. Is that in the striking circle? It is. Michigan with the corner penalty now.
A third one for them.
That was number 6, Tina D'Angelo, making the Iowa player foul her, And now she will be hitting it out of bounds, I believe, for the Michigan team.
Michigan sending all 10 offensive players, not goalkeeper players.
At the top of the striking circle, we have a little huddle going on, and now they're starting to spread out with one number 27 on Michigan, Catherine Peterson, going to take the ball out.
7 players on the perimeter for Michigan.
Yes, and pass it into the striking circle to the Michigan team surrounding the top of the striking circle, the wing to wing, as it would be.
Sent in.
And and it is a shot on goal, and it is missed and blocked.
Covered by
Smothered by Spate. Not much going for Michigan here. And knocked out of bounds by Iowa on the way back from the corner penalty.
A third corner. One awarded shot on goal on that. 3 different corners. This has got to be a little disappointing for the Wolverines.
Michigan has as many corner shots as Iowa has regular shots, but still not able to translate that to any points. And now Iowa dribbling up, and is a foul called on Michigan with Emma Tamer losing her stick. And Iowa now a little dangerous going to the wing of the striking circle. Michigan trying to hold them to 1 point on the day, and it is Michigan knocking the ball out of bounds. Iowa is within Michigan's 25-yard line now, and taking the ball out of bounds, passing it in a little backwards, just resetting the ball now, trying to make something happen. We're at the 11:25 mark of the fourth quarter, and we have Iowa at the center of the field, passing it back to their own 25, passing to the left side of the 25 now, close to the press box. Now at the top of the striking circle, getting closer to that. A little dangerous for Iowa, but they feel comfortable doing so with the defense that they've had today, and Spate stopping everything in her vicinity.
Michigan's had several players playing the full time so far, including obviously the goalie, but Fernandez Lacourte, as well as the trio of O'Neill, Tamer, and Brush.
And Michigan now trying to make something happen, but hitting it through the striking circle, out of bounds. Iowa ball on the wing of the striking circle on the left side, going to the right side of the field.
Play stop.
Right side going to the left side. And Michigan ball, now Iowa ball turned it over to Iowa.
There are now 10 minutes remaining in this game. Score is still 1-0 to Iowa.
And Iowa's Katie Birch passing it to the center with players surrounding her, weaving through the Michigan defense, passing it back to Maddie Murphy. Maddie Murphy passing it, or attempting to pass it to an Iowa offensive player in the striking circle, but it is defended and intercepted by Michigan, who is now bringing the ball up the field, and that is number 8, Sophia Southam, trying to make something happen, but surrounded by 3 Iowa defenders being knocked around. And that is a foul called, as you cannot knock around a player.
That is true. Now, Sophia Southam will take the hit in.
And we're on the right side of the field going to the goal, and it is right sideline. Michigan has the ball, taking it out, and dribbling, passing it in along the right baseline, right sideline and baseline corner area, and defended by the Iowa player, and it is knocked out of bounds by Michigan's Faye Cager.
Now Iowa getting ready. Down to 9 minutes remaining. Keeping an eye on the clock.
Iowa slowly dribbling the ball up the court, or the field, excuse me. I keep saying the court.
Michigan playing a lot of good defense, especially in the offensive zone.
Michigan at Iowa's 25, keeping the ball in bounds but stepping out of bounds. But that does not matter. As long as the ball stays in bounds, it is fine. Iowa trapping the Michigan player, but out of bounds off of Iowa, retains Michigan possession. Michigan dribbling along the baseline, and Iowa gets the ball passed to the baseline, or the sideline, excuse me. Right side sideline.
One out of bounds, now Michigan hitting in.
And it is off of a Michigan player now. Iowa ball. Michigan's coach does not agree with that call, and she has cause for frustration as she is not very pleased with the score as, again, Michigan is down 1-0 with 8 minutes remaining. Again, a lot of time left for a score to happen, as evidenced by that one sequence where there were 3 shots on goal in, 10 seconds.
Must have been, yeah.
So, as you can see, 7:45 is a lot of time left for something to happen, as anything can happen in a matter of seconds.
You can visibly see the frustration on Marcia Pankrantz's face.
It is now Iowa with the ball, passing it at their own 25, just passing it back and forth, running time out, but not doing so with the intention of scoring, seems like.
Happy Football Sunday, by the way.
Yeah, we have a game in London today.
Yeah.
I believe that game is starting to wrap up. Houston Texans versus the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Houston handily winning that 19-3. It's not over yet, but 4.5 minutes left.
Game's pretty much over. And not this game, though. 6:59 remaining. Iowa up 1-0. Michigan with the ball at their own 25, passing it back and forth, trying to dribble through the Iowa defenders. And Iowa's 3-on-1 right now, surrounding the Michigan player. And it is out of bounds off of Iowa. And Sophia Southern couldn't really do much there. She was surrounded by 3 Iowa players on each side. The only way to go was back, and it was knocked out of bounds by an Iowa defender.
You can hear Marcia Pankrantz yelling at her players, open up, louder and louder, getting very frustrated. I think it's quite fun to be able to hear what she is saying.
Yes. And it is now Michigan ball with 6:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Have there been any shots? There's been 1 shot on goal in the fourth quarter for Michigan, no shots on goal in the fourth quarter for Iowa. There was that one at the end of the third quarter, but didn't result in a point for Iowa because, again, it was outside of the striking circle.
Absolutely. It's a learning experience for us.
That's right. It is Michigan ball now on the baseline of the Iowa goal, and it is off of an Iowa player. Michigan will take it out near the corner on the right side of the field. She just flips it up to number 12, Kayla Reed, 22, Hallie O'Neill. Hallie O'Neill dribbling into the striking circle, flips it up, and that is knocked out by the Iowa players. Just trying to get it out of the striking circle, not wanting any part of the danger zone there.
Avert the pressure.
That's right.
Valid strategy.
And we have a stoppage referee talking to the players, making sure everything is civil. Michigan passing it in to the top of the key and back out near the 40-yard line, I would say. And it is now at the wing, left side, far side for us. And Iowa raising their hands as it touched a Michigan player's foot as she slid there and kicked it. Yep. It's not soccer.
No, it is not. Speaking of soccer, continue listening to the WCBN YouTube page for women's soccer Big Ten tournament quarterfinals coming up at 1 o'clock.
Big game.
Absolutely.
And now we have Iowa with 4:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Just not even moving, just letting time run, stalling a little bit, passing it to Michigan defender intercepted there. And it is at Iowa's 25, and there is a whistle. Foul on Iowa, Michigan ball.
You can imagine here that if Michigan, especially one of the seniors, manages to tie it up, that would be quite a senior day experience.
It would be indeed, especially if they could first tie it up and then score. But we need Michigan needs to at least be in the striking circle and get some shots on goal without Spate blocking it, because that's just the theme of the day.
The clock has been stopped due to the confusion, not to let any more time tick down, because there is much confusion on where the foul took place and where the ball should be.
And it is now Michigan on the far side. It was a yellow card by Megan Conroy on Iowa.
So now she sits for 5.
And there is stoppage still, and now we have the clock running, 4:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Michigan passing it into the striking circle on the left side, and it is Iowa ball as they get possession, and it is a foul called. Iowa will retain possession. Iowa passing to the near side, on the left side going to the Michigan goal and intercepted in the middle of the field. Michigan has numbers. It is 3-on-3 now, and passing into the striking circle, but too hard and deflected high over the Michigan player, going in on the left side. That was the Michigan player going from the right side that hit it, and it went out of bounds. But now Michigan has the ball.
It was off an Iowa stick.
Yes. Michigan has the ball at the top of the striking circle, but now intercepted by Iowa. Iowa kicking it out, spinning around, dribbling up the left sideline on their way to the goal.
Off Emma Tamer's foot now, Iowa managing to stop all momentum that Michigan has.
Emma Tamer arguing that it was off her stick, but referee will not listen, saying it was off of her foot, and it is now Iowa ball on the near sideline. And Iowa trying to make something happen. They have a 1-on-3 right now, so kind of tough to score in that scenario. And it is Michigan ball, but they say it was a Michigan foul, so it is Iowa ball. And you can hear the Michigan coaches just extremely upset with this officiating crew today.
They are maybe about 15 feet in front of us and very audible.
And laughing at just how ridiculous
they perceive it to be, yes.
Now it is Iowa passing it near the striking circle on the wing on the left side, and a foul on Michigan, so Iowa will retain possession after Michigan seemed to have intercepted the ball. And the pass into the striking circle is stopped and deflected by an Iowa player, so it is out of bounds, Michigan ball now. We have 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. So Michigan will have to have a sense of urgency here, as Iowa just seems to be content with letting the clock run and just stalling. Michigan now at Iowa's 25, 1-on-2, and stopped, but it was a foul, so Michigan's ball, but that gave time for the Iowa team to get back on defense. 1:44 remaining in the fourth quarter, time stoppage. And we have the Michigan goalie running out from her post, out of bounds. So it seems we have an open goal right now.
Sending the goalie in, extra offensive player, pulling the goalie. Happens in ice hockey all the time.
Michigan trying to make something happen as they see that they don't have much time left. 1:30 remaining to score 1 goal to tie it up and 2 to win, but I'm sure Michigan will just be happy to score 1. And they are in distance of the striking circle now on the left wing, passing it to another Michigan player, and it is 2-on-1 now in the corner, getting cornered there, and it is off of the Michigan player, Iowa ball. 1:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Iowa coaches. Oh, it is Michigan ball now. Michigan gets the ball on the wing at the 25 and passing it to the top of the key now. And was it a foul? It was a foul on Iowa in the striking circle. So that is a corner penalty with 58 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. This might be Michigan's last opportunity to tie this game up.
1 minute left. They are sending everyone. The net is still open for an extra offensive player. Rutgers is playing Penn State now. The winner of that game will be who Michigan faces if they lose. The loser of this game, if Michigan loses, they will go on to face the winner of Rutgers Penn State. If Iowa loses, they will drop to third and face the loser of that game.
Michigan trying to finally convert on a corner penalty. Everyone around the striking circle with only Abby Hutton back with no goalie for Michigan. And it is number 27, Catherine Peterson, knocking it into the striking circle from out of bounds, passing it to the Michigan player, and these are just soft hits. Nothing's really going for Michigan right now. And they weren't able to convert on that corner penalty. It is now Iowa ball. That's really just been Michigan's Achilles heel today.
Story of the game for sure. 4 separate corners, none converted. 30 seconds now remaining. Iowa slowing it down. Michigan rushing.
Iowa just trying to dribble the ball out, but Michigan playing defense with a little urgency. 20 seconds remaining now. They see that they don't have time at all to just dribble around and do nothing. They need to attack that goal. And it is
Dribbled out of bounds by number
9
15,
seconds
Meg
remaining, 8
Dothway.
seconds remaining. Michigan on the left wing trying to make something happen, flips it, and it is a foul, but Iowa ball, and that will be the game, folks. Iowa wins 1-0 with their team racing onto the field, jumping up and down, and Michigan walking off
The final
solemnly in
score,
defeat.
1-0 Iowa over Michigan.
With the only
Iowa-
goal being scored by Lucky Strybos on Iowa. Michigan having 9 shots on goal with 4 corners, but not able to turn that into any points.
If you're here for the field hockey will come back on Thursday. That will be released by the Big Ten soon. And thank you very much for joining us today. I've been Joshua Tenzer, alongside me Zach Corson, and as always, go Blue.